All right. Are we live? See, somebody's in there. I can't see who it is. It shows one. Can anybody tell me if my audio's coming through? If you can hear me, if you can type and let me know if the video and audio is all right. Yeah, let me play around here. Oh, here we go. I think that's the chat. Top chat. Live chat. All messages are visible. I'm not seeing my chat. Where is my chat? All right. For some reason, I'm not seeing chat. Can somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm all right on my audio and video? I see one thumb up. Oh, there it is. Okay, everything's good. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for joining. Give it a few minutes here and see if we can get a few more people in here. Hope everybody's staying warm out there. It's about to get cold again. Facebook YouTube decided to let me do live on mobile on the phone, which opens up another door for a lot of opportunities to do some events and stuff. We can have a lot of fun with it. And I wanted to go live tonight and check it out and make sure everything worked all right and get used to how it's laid out. So evidently the chat does work on there. Everybody have a good Christmas. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless each and every one of you. Wish nothing but the best for all of you in 2022. And hopefully each and every one of you catch your personal best this year. And we're getting a few more in there. I just kind of wanted to check this out and talk about a couple things. I did have one subject that I really wanted to address tonight. Wait a couple more minutes and we'll get into it here. Thanks, Doug. I just got off the phone here a little bit ago with Mike at Mike's Bait and Tackle. And he's like everybody else, wanting that ice to come on that lake. He stocked up his ACC ice rods. He's fully stocked on them, man. He's ready to do business. He's been hard at work doing up them custom tungsten jigs. A lot of neat looking jigs that do the job. Well, we've got a few in here. I guess we can get started. You know, yep. There's Rad Cat. Say, Tosh. I kind of want to address the ice, and some safety issues. Is that audio coming through real strong? There were some people out on the ice. Somebody fell through the other day, which is really bad. It could be a real bad situation real quick. For all safety purposes, it's recommended to have at least 4 inches of ice before you really go out on there. A good solid freeze. Indian Lake's known to be one of the best ice fishing lakes in Ohio. Reason being, It's a shallow lake. It's the first one to freeze over. And that brings a lot of people to the lake. And I hate to see anybody get in too big of a hurry and get too far out there in the lake. I mean, one thing you really got to watch out for is the seawalls and stuff. You know, if you watch my fishing reports, seawalls, especially early spring when you're crappie fishing, produce heat. The crappie hit them at sunup. They'll be hugged up against the walls because the water's getting warmed up. Well, it's no different in the wintertime. The sun's out beating down on the ice. They're beating down on the seawalls, concrete walls or metal type seawalls. It's going to produce heat and melt ice right there. So that's a problem spot. You got to be very careful. My suggestion, I hate telling anybody to get out there on the ice, but my suggestion is till we get a good breeze here, use caution, man. Try to wait on a good hard breeze. If anything, get around them docks and punch some holes at the end of docks or along beside them or something, be safe. Make sure you got that safety gear and don't go out alone. I mean, if you got to, I was going to write down a bunch of notes. I only wrote down a couple. I was just going to wing it. But if you go to Facebook to Ohio Ice and Outdoors, join their group. Great bunch of guys that ice fish all the time. And I'm sure they'll help you out with any problems or suggestions. And, safety first, man. Make sure you got that safety gear. Somebody falls through and it could get bad real quick. You're not only risking your life, you're risking the responders' life that have to come out there and try to retrieve you. It could be real bad. But so make sure you stop in there to Mike's and pay him a visit. Say hi to Spike. I have to get up there and bring that little dog some treats. He's quite the treat himself. There's something else I wanted to talk about too. I know I probably shared this last summer. This is probably going to blind you. If you get over to Moundwood, you have the Coast Guard Auxiliary office in there. Stop in and see them ladies. If you have a kayak, definitely go in there because I've got a couple left. If I'm down there, anybody needs them. There's 4 circles on here. They're safety reflectors for your paddles. You probably can't see them, but they're big round reflectors. You stick them on both sides of your paddles. And they're pretty bright in the sunlight. That way the bigger vessels can see you. You're not going to get run over. Sun being out itself can blind other boaters in the right situation and they might not see you. So, they're free. Stop in there and see one of them nice ladies in there and they'll hook you right up if they've got them in stock. Man, we got all kinds of stuff going on. First thing I wanted to say, I really appreciate everybody that helped me this year. I've tried a lot of things, and there's a few people that stood behind me all the way trying to get where I'm at, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I'm going to go a lot further. I'm going to do a lot more things, and I may not have 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I was looking at a guy's channel the other night. We started about the same time. I think he's got about 3 times the amount of subscribers I have. First, I was like, how in the heck did he do that? And I'm not knocking his channel by any means. That's great. But I thought, man, I should be a lot further along, but maybe not. And there's a factor there. I targeted pretty much one specific area, Indian Lake, doing fishing reports and all that. And that's great. I have a targeted audience. It's probably one of the best. I probably have the best subscribers around. They're real subscribers. You know, the guys that really want to fish, really want to learn and help other people, and vice versa. Is Moundwood frozen? Yeah, Tosh said Moundwood's open. I think Tosh had a video on there of Moundwood, somebody run a boat up through it. And you probably got water flowing. Yep. And you guys go to Indian Lake Fishing Reports. Tosh gives the lake report on that Facebook page, does a great job with it. He also does the Fish It Forward program. He's got Rad Cats tackle. He does a lot for everybody down at the lake. We have a lot of things coming up this summer, this spring and summer. A lot of great things are happening. Some I can't mention right now, some I can. There's a lot of big catfish tournaments coming up, and we'll get the dates up for you on them. And you can also find them through Tosh on the fishing page there on Facebook. But we'll make sure we get dates for you. There's going to be crappie tournaments. I know Mike's going to put on some tournaments this year, and they haven't been announced yet. I think I'm only going to be able to tell you part of this, but it looks like I may have some sponsors this year, which would be great. We've been working on that. I think Lindsay's been involved in probably a few things this year. I think she's going to come back and be on the channel. Kind of picked her up towards the end of the season there, so that'll be great. We might be able to get her a little more involved in a couple things. I've been okay. You know, I got on a big kick last year using jigs, crappie jigs, micro jigs, and I've used all kinds of different ones from all kinds of different people, and I used a lot of Mike's, all his custom hand tied jigs. I caught more fish last year than I've ever caught. I don't think there was one day I ever got skunked. There were some tough days, but I stayed at it and found what I was looking for. During that time, I noticed a big difference in jigs, what they did, what they didn't do, what I liked about certain ones and what I didn't like. So I've been kind of working with Mike close on putting together a jig out of all the favorite things I liked out of some of them different jigs. So come pre-spawn, I'm going to have my own jig again, my own signature series jig for crappie. So that's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to get out there and have fun with a new jig and just slam some slabs. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of great things happening this year, folks. And we have some other events that are going to come up. I think we're going to do something with Rad Cat's tackle and probably some other bait makers. I had a childhood friend, Susan Wobber. She just happens to own Wobber Mustard in Springfield, Ohio. She was nice enough to send a bunch of mustard products, so we're going to do something with that. You have to stay tuned for that one. That something special is going to happen there. And we I hated to put that off. We got into late fall with it when we got the product, and then Christmas come around. It's like, might as well just wait till some warmer weather and we'll do something nice with it. If there's any other bait makers out there that have some baits that they want to see me use on film this summer on YouTube or spring, whatever, get a hold of me. We'll get something up here. I can do some reviews on them here at home. As long as it don't conflict with some other bait makers that I'm doing some stuff with, I have no problem with it, and neither would they. Like I said, be a lot of great stuff, and I want to do a bunch of lives. And if you guys have any suggestions on a certain day to do lives at a certain time, let me know. If I'd missed any of them questions, I'll go back to the videos. and try to answer them later if I don't happen to see it. It's hard for me to see on that phone. Facebook on Saturdays. Saturday Night Live, eh? um, yeah, man. We can do something like that. I might get on a kick and do Facebook Live every night or something during the winter. There's a lot of stuff I can show you, and here's it. I do want to show you a real cool product, and I'm gonna tell you why I want to show you this. I picked these up for myself. I seen a lot of people on the fishing pages this spring and summer. They were either losing their fishing poles because they turned around and, for a second to grab a pop or grab some more tackle or something, and one of them big cat or something got a hold of it and it was gone. And then I seen a lot of posts where guys were catching the fishing poles, fishing. They could have been there for who knows how long. But I haven't used them yet. But Propel Paddle Gear for kayaks makes these rod floats. 3-pack, different colors. Put them right around your rod. It's got little Velcro strips on them. It'll save your rod, man. You might get if you're fishing on the bank, you might have to chase a boat down. You know, maybe they can chase your pole down, floating through the water with a fish on it. Or if you're in a boat, you're definitely probably going to get it back. You might even want to take a marker and write your name and number on it. Somebody might be nice enough to return your rod and reel to you. I mean, you got an investment there. So I think it was just under $5 for a 3-pack. It's definitely worth it. I don't know how much weight they'll hold. You probably want to test them out. Probably ultralight rod and reel. That'd be perfect. I don't know if it'd hold a big cat rod or not. You just have to float it in the water, see what it does. But man, if anybody has any questions, fire away. I'll try to read them. You was thinking Thursday, James. If you have a tip, new bait, yeah, I can do something like that. We'll figure out. We'll definitely we can get a bunch of comments on whatever the best day or whatever would be. I'm hoping this video, excuse me, I'm hoping this video, when it's done, I think it will go up on my page just like a regular video. And that's what I'm hoping. So if somebody missed it, they can go back and watch it. And if that's the case, I'll do some constant lives. And I have a bunch of baits too. I still have a couple baits that people had given me that I need to show some people. Couple different things. I got a bunch of different tips and tricks I can do also, and I wanted to let everybody know too what I took a little break here for the last 2 months. I kind of wanted to. I've been putting this off. I feel bad that I haven't been on there, but there's a reason. Winter is not good for me. I mean, once it starts getting really cold, I've got some problems. Because not so long ago, I was on my deathbed and spent damn near 4 months in the hospital. Couple surgeries. One of the surgeries came apart within a day or two, and man, I got some horror stories I'll save for some other time. It was a nightmare. But long story made short, somehow I ended up with Crohn's, severe Crohn's. It's an incurable disease, and along with it comes it's an autoimmune disease, but along with it comes a vitamin D deficiency. Wintertime with no sunlight and the cold, it just, all my joints get inflamed, my eyes get inflamed. I think I still have a little bit of, I forget what you call it, but where you get cold easy. So it's pretty rough on me. Um, I have my days. Sometimes it put me down for a day or two, maybe a week or a month. It just wants to put. I can't hardly move. So being outside in the sun, on the water, whatever, it's really good therapy for me. It's physically and mentally, it's good for me, and it's something I enjoy anyways. But I do have to watch not overworking myself or dehydrate myself because when I got out of the hospital, I ended up with an ostomy. So I've been kind of self conscious about that. There's only probably a handful of people that even know what happened to me or even what was going on. What was my favorite fishing outing? Um, I'll tell you what, man. I've done a lot of good fishing this summer. Usually, when I go down there, if I'm not by myself, I end up running into Tosh, making our way around the lake, and we have fun. I always enjoy that. Probably the most favorite thing was when we kind of did a last minute thing and we got some guys together. We all met at Black Hawk. There's a couple bait makers that showed up. They gave away some stuff. Um, so if I was stranded on a desert island, what bait would I use? Probably live bait. I'd find about anything that moved or didn't move. Believe me, I wouldn't starve, I don't think. I'd definitely get them one way or another. Might have to dive in after them, do some spear chucking. But no, I enjoyed that getting together with a bunch of guys there at Blackhawk. And we was usually having some meetings too with some other things going on. Um, we started having some meetings there once a month. But we're going to probably organize some get-togethers like that. I'm thinking this summer we was talking about, well, you got spring, summer, fall, and winter. So I'm thinking spring, summer, and fall. We're probably going to maybe do some get-togethers from some people on YouTube and whoever else wants to join from the lake. Maybe do some cookouts, get some bait makers there. All just have fun, fish, shoot the crap, um, help each other out. Uh, Maybe we'll all learn something from each other. That's what it's all about. But man, like I said, I really do appreciate everybody. You guys have all been great on here. I know I'm no actor. I'm just a regular Joe Blow that likes to go fishing. That's everyday guy. So I'm not the best on here. And I don't know it all, but what I do, I don't mind sharing it. And I'd like to see more people get out and fish, man. It's always been a big part of me. I got a lot of good memories, a lot of good childhood memories from being down at the lake. It's always been a great place to go and visit. So, but if you guys have any suggestions on there, something that you want to see this summer or this spring, whatever, we'll try to do it. So if I was stranded, what bait would I need? Well, it depends on where you'd be stranded at on an island. You'd probably be on saltwater. So I'm not really a saltwater fisherman, but I'm sure there'd be some cut bait somewhere. Definitely some sort of live bait. Fish and freeze the soul. You got that right. I want to see Mike land a 20-pound flathead. I'll tell you what, man. Tosh turned me on to my very first flathead last year. So, if anybody wants to learn how to catch flatheads, make sure you talk to Tosh from Rad Cat's Tackle. He'll get you squared away there. Matter of fact, this summer, where I live at, the local game warden, every time he sees me, he'll stop and talk to me a bunch. And he said, "Yeah, I was watching some of your videos, about flatheads and stuff, and he wants to come down there and fish with Tosh this summer. So we'll probably get him down there and get him all roughed up, ruffle his feathers a little bit. He's a good dude. But I'm thinking, man, what if we do some little contests this summer or something? Do like I hate okay. We could do like a $5 challenge or something. Like a Walmart $5 challenge. Yeah, dude, you're talking about having colon problems. Yeah, I'm not hooked up, man. They they done like 3 surgeries within no matter just no time at all, man. Like I said, I was in there almost 4 months. I need another surgery. They want to reconnect me, but I'm not gonna do it when all this hung dung blues going on around here everywhere. That it leaves me very susceptible to some bad shit. And but yeah, back to the challenge thing. I'm big on supporting local businesses, and made in the USA. I know it's very hard to find some things that you want these days that are not made overseas, okay? And but I try to get Cleveland Clinic, heck yeah. I try to buy local or made in the USA packages, and like I said, it's impossible sometimes. Yeah, and we'll do. We can figure out like a $5 challenge or something. Have a cap on the price. You know, I don't know on baits. Maximum price five or whatever, and do a challenge for like just a day. We'll figure out something to give away. There's all kinds of things we can do to have fun down there. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of tournaments. Build your own challenge. Heck yeah. Yeah, we could have fun with it. I know a lot of guys do like the Walmart challenge and stuff. They'll go try to buy $5 worth of baits or whatever and do whatever. But we'll come up with something to have some fun. Man, I'm glad this live works. This is going to work out good, but I can see I'm probably going to have to switch to iPad and do that. That would work good too. So I got plenty of options now. Before I was very limited. Um, I tell you, when I started out and I got out of there, when I come home, when I got out of the hospital, see, they wanted to put my ass in a frickin' nursing home. That wasn't going to happen. I made my getaway, and that's a whole nother story. I ain't gonna get into that. But they were going to try to stick me in the nursing home, and my surgeon went berserk on them, and she had to go in front of the medical board and all that shit. But I made my getaway. I got back home and couldn't walk. When I got back home, I had 2 freaking bags on me, an open incision. I had to repack and clean myself every day. Couldn't walk. I had to flush my gut through a PICC line with a big freaking needle, saline or whatever was in it. But it was a freaking nightmare, and I got all kinds of nightmare stories, man. And when that one surgery ripped loose on me, frickin' surgeon, she frickin' made me hold my hands on the rails on the bed and open me up right on the bed. And it wasn't good. I won't forget that. I'm glad I'm the hell out of there. I really, really don't want to go back. But I just want to go fish, man. But yeah, man, we could do all kinds of little challenges or whatever. And I'd like to get down there and get a little more involved. Cleveland Clinic, yeah. Yeah, they are the best. That's for sure. If I go back and they want to reverse my surgery, hook my colon back up, then one part of me thinks, that's a good idea. The other part of me thinks that maybe it's not a good idea. I don't know. It's a scary situation all over again. Um, I damn near died. It just, I don't know, man. It's almost terrifying, but it is what it is. I'm just glad to be able to do things. That's that's what's important. I'm pretty strong-willed, so it all works out. But it hit me out of nowhere, and it's honestly, it's just ruined my life on in one area, but it is what it is. I don't drag me down. Hey, thanks, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been trying to take care of myself. If anybody watches my Facebook page, I know this one lady friend of mine, she goes, "Man, I don't know, man, you eat too much and all them big meals you make." Well, that was for a reason. And like I said, man, I really tried to hide the fact that a lot of things happened to me, and they were high protein meals. I had to gain my weight back because I lost so much weight. Like within a month, man, I lost probably 85, 90 pounds. Whenever that hit, I was having stomach problems. So I was working 6, 7 days a week. So I can tell you this, guys. How you want to be a tough guy, and it's just a pain. Don't be that man. Don't be a man about it. I'm telling you, man. You might as well be that pussy and go get checked out, because I don't know, things would have turned out different if I would just went and got checked out. And when I started having gut aches or whatever, and they'd go away, and that's what I'd say. Yeah, it'll go away, and it did. And it'd come back, and until one day it got so freaking bad, I fell out, just freaking fell over. It it got me. I knew it's time to go, you know. But yeah, don't sit around and let things like that happen to you. And that brings up another point. Working 6, 7 days a week, I was working 60, 70 hours, and it ain't worth it. Sometimes the money ain't worth it, man. You got to live your life. Go out and catch some fish, man. You know, uh, I always thought I was going to retire and fish. That'd be the way to get all the time to fish. That's how you're brought up. To work your ass off and retire. And for some people, that don't happen. You know, and I really didn't want to end up having time to fish this way. But that's what I'm going to do until I can't do it no more. I'm going to catch a lot of fish. So, um, man, I appreciate you guys jumping in here tonight. It really means a lot to me. I'm bored as hell sitting here. I guarantee you. I've been looking at my fishing equipment. Just drug a bunch more in from outside, cleaning things up. I'll probably do a tackle dump, maybe do a live, do a tackle dump, show you a bunch of my crappie baits or something like that. And some other things. Like I said, I do have a lot of tips and tricks that I can share with you guys, and be more than happy to do that. Anybody, anybody happen to see Mike in here from the bait shop? Did he jump in? I thought I seen his name pop up. Kind of hard for me to see from here. But, well, guys, if you have any more questions, ask away. I'm kind of out of, I think, what I wanted to talk about, unless I'm forgetting something. But like I said, if you need an ice rod, stop and see Mike. He's got them ACC sticks in there. And honestly, if you need catfish rigs, get a hold of Tosh. He's got Rad Cat's tackle. He's got that heavy duty tackle. Folks, if you can't find it at the lake between them three bait shops down there, them tackle shops, you probably don't need it. Each one of those shops has something that the other one doesn't. Specialty stuff, you know, and they all treat you right. So I didn't catch that last question there, but you might want to hit me again, or I'll probably have to maybe answer it later if this goes up onto the page. Something else as a trip. Use a cotton swab, run through ceramic guides on cotton. We'll find cracks in the guides. Awesome. Yeah, that's a good tip. You guys go, if you're out there in this cold weather now, whether the channels or lake, you know, is cleared or whatever, or you're ice fishing, get you some of that silicone spray and spray your guides. It'll keep you, and spray your line. It'll keep them from icing up. So, and that's probably going to be one of the top tips for this type of weather fishing. And if you're using any plastic baits, you know, your soft plastics, you know, you're probably not wanting to use any that come from Florida, you know, because they don't have that cold weather mixture in them. So they'll get stiff on you quick. So, well, guys, I think I'm going to sum it up here and call it quits. I think here something else. Tip, he's got swallows around there. Yep. Yep. You guys have a great night too, man. I appreciate each and one of you. God bless y'all, man. And like I said, may y'all catch your personal best this year. I'll figure out something else to do a live on. I'll try to stay busy on these lives this winter till we get close to spring. I'm guessing about February, Mike will probably have an announcement on some tournaments, probably a crappie tournament, I'm guessing. And I'm sure he'll do some bluegill tournaments, stuff like that. So I'll get them up for you here. Hit me up. What do you take? Yeah. Yeah, man. Anybody that wants to fish when I'm down there or whatever, get a hold of me or whatever. And the times match up or whatever. Yeah. Heck yeah, I'm all about fishing with whoever. Ain't no problem at all. Like I said, we're going to have some get togethers too. So, and you all have a good evening. And if this goes up on the page, I'll go through the comments again, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to reply to some stuff down there too. So, hey, thanks, guys. I got to figure out how to get out of this page now. This is all new to me. Yeah, let's see if this does it. Are you sure you want to stop? Yep. Hey, thanks, guys.